El-Rufai blasts Tinubu for holding grudges, keeping him in darkness, depart for Egypt after proposing Jafaru Sani as ministerial replacement. Nasi El-Rufai took umbrage as President Bola met Tinubu to his face during a pugnacious meeting at the State House earlier this week. People's Gazette can report per multiple sources briefed on the matter. The former Kaduna governor decried Mr. Tinubu's failure to be upfront about any reservations the president might have had against his ministerial appointment as indicative of his suppressed animosity as the controversy over his nomination continued to drive ripples across. Mr. El-Rufai specifically said, "It appeared Mr. Tinubu had reservations about me because you can't claim not to be aware of the positions," according to the accounts of one of our sources, which was subsequently corroborated by another State House official with first-hand knowledge of what transpired at the meeting. Mr. El-Rufai's brutal candor before the president startled people around the presidential villa, the Gazette head, with many fearing the political fallout. "We know of his high level of competence," an Aso Rock aide said of Mr. El-Rufai, "and the presidents would rather have him as an ally rather than even a cursory enemy." At issue have been the machinations of National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu, who boosted the severity of a string of complaints against Mr. El-Rufai's viability for a seat on the Federal Executive Council to oppose his security clearance. As sources said, Mr. El-Rufai met with the president shortly after the Gazette broke the news on Wednesday that he had decided to step aside from Mr. Tinubu's cabinet because his nomination was withheld among a cloud of security concerns. He specifically blamed the president for allowing Mr. Ribadu and other zealous security aides to withhold his security clearance and consequently allow rumors to proliferate about his status. Mr. El-Rufai was one of only 3 ministerial nominations that were withheld when the list of 48 ministers was considered last week. The 2 others, Abubakar Danladi of Taraba and Stella Okutiti of Delta, have not made relentless headlines because they are not as controversial as Mr. El-Rufai. The senators, however, cleared 45 candidates, including Yeson Wiki and Abubakar Bagudu. Both of them are widely adjured among the most violent, corrupt politicians the country has ever seen. Mr. Ribadu and other aides were said to have fervently pushed the president to pay attention to the cornucopia of damaging petitions submitted against Mr. El-Rufai from different parts of the country, which ranged from allegations of fomenting ethnic clashes in Kaduna to cornering public funds. Before finally removing himself as a potential minister, Mr. El-Rufai rejected entreaties from allies to make peace with Mr. Ribadu to enable the National Security Advisor to reconsider any opposition against his nomination. Mr. Ribadu did not return a request seeking comments. Mr. El-Rufai has not publicly commented on either his withdrawal from ministerial consideration or the specific allegations against him in public petitions, but he has previously pushed against allegations of violence or corruption generally. He had initially planned to play along until his confirmation before publicly announcing his intention to quit before his inauguration, but that strategy became difficult to follow through after the Gazette reported on it. Notwithstanding his decision to turn down Mr. Tinubu's appointment, Mr. El-Rufai, who was being considered for power minister, told the president he would not hesitate to offer support should it be required by the administration. Consequently, he mentioned Jafaru Sani, one of his former commissioners in Kaduna, as his replacement, our sources said. The governor also said he had informed Governor Uba Sani of his intention to nominate a potential minister from Kaduna, and both had agreed on the choice. Mr. Sani did not immediately return a request seeking comments. Mr. Elrufai backed Mr. Tinubu for president earlier this year, an endorsement largely seen as crucial to the campaign's success in the electorally lucrative Northwest region, and the fear of losing that support has gripped presidential aides. A presidential spokesman did not immediately return requests seeking comments. Mr. Rufai departed Abuja for Egypt on Thursday night, the Gazette was told, although it was unclear when he would be back in the country or how his future plans would unfold. Hmm. God bless the petitioners. The blood of innocent Christians from Kaduna, Southern Kaduna will always speak and hurt the perpetrators, hater of Christians. Egypt or Sudan are places they always go whenever they needed to strategize their evil machinations. We cannot forget so soon that the bandit self-styled negotiator was also arrested on that route. A questionable person like Elrufai must quit. Quit, quitter, quitters. Wow. Never underestimate the power of a Christian woman. Guess who is against Elrufai? Remi Tinubu, the wife of the president. Remi Tinubu, the first lady, will not allow any Muslim fanatic to be minister or close to his husband or her husband. Is it Tinubu that caused you to mess your state up, which sparks off a wide condemnation to your nomination? Hey, if you do good, you shall reap it, and if you do bad, you will reap it. Hey, all these supporters of Tinubu now, they are beginning to shift ground. Not be waiting on the top before. I refine this, I refine that. Forget it. If they pay now, as if they pay now, they sweet us all those kind of nonsense stuff. Now you are beginning to shift ground. All of now, we know say na play, na just the play. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.